Hi everybody, this is Dr. Lasky, and the purpose for this video is to achieve a couple of different things. First is to take you to the final assignment so that you can clearly see how each of the assignments that we have for the class are actually building blocks to achieving, putting together the various pieces you need so you can have a coherent whole at the end, which is a write-up of a mini study that you'll be conducting for the course. After we look at the final assignment, I want to take us to a sample of an article summary template, and I want to walk us through, using a PowerPoint, how you go from the article summary templates to actually producing the lit review, which, as you can see, is just one section of this paper. As we look at this final assignment, what you'll see is that you have a heading, that your title, which is Developing Capacity for School Leadership. That is the purpose of the study. You always open with an opening paragraph. Your literature review follows. And if you go back to that PowerPoint that is included in the course on the parts of the whole, the lit review is actually really important because what it does is it lays the foundation for the study, talks about what's been done in previous research, but it also helps you identify the gap in what has been conducted before and what needs to still be done in research. You have a resource in Moodle that lays out for you two different structures that are the standard in our profession when writing lit reviews. The other resource that you have in Moodle is a sample of what those two structures look like when they're written up and completed. The method section, if you remember, is where you tell the story of where and how you collected your data and who you collected it with. And for class, you will be meeting with a couple of your colleagues in your school, and you'll be completing sort of a self-diagnosis or a survey on what is your school's collaborative leadership capacity. So you talk about a little bit about your school, how the data were collected, how you analyze your data. Then you present your key findings. Notice in the sample that I've given you here, the structure, the template for your final paper, you will go ahead and keep the opening paragraph that I give you. But notice that I've laid out for you the structure that you'll follow as you write up your final analysis of your data, and I also give you a sample narrative of what that can look like, right? So now let's go back to how the various article summaries that you complete will actually lay the foundation or be a core building block for your lit review. What you're looking at here is article summary I have completed of a piece by Hallinger and Heck. This is the one I cited from, I believe it was in the week 3 discussion forum. It's really a good idea when you identify the author and the date to get in practice of using APA, because what you can do then is you can just copy and paste from this template into your final reference section in your paper. The study purpose is laid out, research methods, those you'll likely use in your teacher research project, the very, very last 2 courses that you'll take in the program. Notice here that what I've done with the key findings and conclusions is I've literally just copied and pasted verbatim sections of the article that are really key to the study that I'm about ready to conduct. From these these are direct quotes. You will need to paraphrase these before you put them into your lit review, all right? Because this was the first article I read, there are no themes yet. The only way you begin seeing the themes is when you read your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th articles. So if we come to the PowerPoint now, on how to complete a lit review from your article summaries. We'll review first the purpose of the article summary template, which is really that it's just a graphic organizer. It provides a structure for identifying the author, the date published, key findings or main ideas, and it's a quick glance at the themes across the articles for the lit review. What I've tried to represent up here is that for every article that you read, there will be a different number of findings. Not every study that you read will have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 key findings. So again, your key findings are going to be closely anchored to or related to the purpose of your study. What I've modeled here is a key theme that runs across all of the articles that we're reading in 501. Next, what we're going to look at is how you go from this little template to a lit review that's organized by chronological order. Started with Judith Warren Little, 2006, because hers is the oldest. And again, this comes after the introductory paragraph. Hellinger and Heck come second because they were published in 2010. Notice that this opening sentence up here for Little is a restatement. It's a paraphrased statement of the purpose of her lit review that she did, her study. After you, when using this chronologically ordered structure, after you've provided summaries of the key findings from each of your articles, you close with 2 paragraphs in which you synthesize the key themes across your articles. And notice that what we've got here is a slightly more detailed explanation of what was over here as a key theme. So that's the purpose of this. You go from this to here, okay? Then you end this particular structure with a closing paragraph restating your purpose. The other structure that you'll be allowed to use when you write your lit review is organizing by themes. Again, you start with an opening paragraph. Each theme is identified with a level 2 heading. And notice that this theme comes directly from what we did over here when we identified key themes across the articles. So instead of organizing chronologically, we're organizing by key themes. Okay? What I've included for the last slide here is just a very condensed reiteration of these 2 structures. Okay? You have this resource in Moodle, and it looks like this. It gives the outline, what's the expectation here for your assignment. What do you need to include? Here's the 2 structures that you're going to follow. One of the 2, choose one. And then you have the rubric, the assessment rubric. The other resource that I mentioned is the Lit Review resource. Again, this is in Moodle. Here is an example of what a Lit Review looks like when it's organized chronologically. Notice you close here with a synthesis of the key findings across the articles. Second structure that we have for writing a lit review is organizing by themes. And notice that this lit review has level 2 headings that identify each of the themes being discussed. All right? So I hope this helps to clarify any questions that you have in regards to how you go from your article summaries. You know, what is the purpose of the article summary template? Okay. It is literally the building blocks for your lit review. All right. I'm happy to hold Zoom conferences as we need to help clarify any questions that arise, and we can do a similar sort of video for writing up your findings and your method section if you guys find that you want that kind of assistance. Okay? Take care, and I hope you all have a really great day.